Anyway, folks, look, I could still interact with folks on Twitter. So let's go ahead and spend the rest of this time Ask Ghost Anything on Twitter. Thanks to the fact that I have no access to my switchboard and I'm being, I don't know if I'm being broadcasted or relayed. I know there's some people listening to me, for Christ's sake. But once again, let's go ahead and Ask Ghost Anything. You can tweet at me. Politics Ghost is the name. All one word, no underscores. Politics Ghost. Jesus Christ. Anyway, let me continue going, shall we? Anybody got any questions for me on Twitter, all right? All right. Anybody? I bet you this is just barely getting out. I know that there's probably a delay going on, so I'm going to go ahead and answer some questions, for Christ's sake. Obviously, there is going to be no third hour because, I mean, the whole part of the third hour is taking goddamn calls, for Christ's sake. Jesus Christ. Anyway, who else do we got here? I want some questions. We got questions, engineer? Anyway, let me go ahead and, where's your woodshed? Oh, that's a question, asshole? Huh? Where's your question? What, you want me to take you to a trip there, boy? Jesus Christ. If BTR screws you over so often, why do you say they treat you nice and refuse to move? I don't know. I'm not going to get into the personalities and the whole 411 on that, all right? Who's a better band, Pink Floyd or Velvet Underground? I mean, Pink Floyd, for Christ's sake. The Velvet Underground? Good God! Thoughts on Trump's chances winning Pennsylvania? I think it's very, very high, for Christ's sake. You know what I mean? I think it's very, very high. When can I buy an official signed Ghost can? Hey, look, I'm working on it, all right? I'm going to try to see if I can do this here as soon as possible. I mean, no more than an actual week from today. No more than an actual week from today, all right? Now, I mean, it's going to be a whole can. Unfortunately, you're going to have to pay for the shipping, and, you know, there's going to be an option for you to pay for your shipping and however you want it shipped or whatever the case might be. And, look, folks, people are asking me also at the same time, well, I don't want to pay for shipping. I just want something signed by you, that sort of thing. I'm also thinking about, possibly, a signed postcard or something of that nature, maybe with one of the sayings that yours truly likes to say, and maybe sell that for, I don't know, however much, whatever. I haven't really even decided on that. But it's still in the works. It's still in the works, okay? I'm sorry for you folks that are really anticipating that, but it's in the works, all right? Anyway, look at this. I'm not saying these stupid freaking questions, for Christ's sake. Are apprentice trades like electrician, machinist, etc. a good idea economically? Absolutely. The only way that they're not is if enough influx of immigrants come into the country that have this trade, even though they're not certified, they still have the trade from their country of origin and still can kind of do the job. That could threaten your trade, and that's what really happens to most of the labor-based occupations in the country. That's what happened. Now, folks, believe it or not, black folks actually helped build the South. They helped build California. Why do you think that there's all kinds of black folks in Compton and in South Central, and they live in actual houses? Because, folks, black folks actually controlled things. They were actual laborers at the time. Now, why did they get out of the trade? No. You know what happened in California especially? Unionization. Now, who unionized? The white folks. All right? And the white folks unionized, forcing everyone to go exclusively through union labor, which, of course, is in conjunction with government, which is why you need certifications now to begin with, all right? And that is what disenfranchised and unemployed a humongous amount of the black community, and I'm talking, this goes back to about 40s, 50s, and 60s, all right? But, of course, you don't hear D-Ray talking about that, do you? Huh? Of course not. He's taking pause loads, for Christ's sake, the son of a bitch. Oh, Jesus Christ. Anyway, I'm trying to look for another question here. Some of these are stupid, man. You know what I mean? Can I pay with for one of your beer cans with one of my 3 EBT cards? No, asshole, all right? Shove it up your ass. So what do I think of penny stocks? Stay away from penny stocks, man. I'm serious. I mean, have you heard a baller, you know, that made a lot of money in the stock market through penny stocks? No, you know what you hear? You hear these, like, disgusting, unscrupulous, four-eyed misers who, you know, make a small amount of chump change on penny stocks, and they make you believe that you can make money on penny stocks because they sell you books and other materials to show you how to make money on penny stocks, when all they're doing is pumping and dumping penny stocks, folks, so that you could be holding the bag, for Christ's sake. You know what I mean? Jesus Christ. What amusement parks have I went to? I'm not answering that crap. Jesus Christ. Is the engineer voting for Jill Stein? No, he's not. He's voting for Donald Trump. Jesus Christ. If I can't make it into UT Austin, should I go to A&M? No! No! Don't go to A&M, for Christ's sake. It's a crap school. How dare you ask me that? Anyway, have I heard the voicemails from WikiLeaks? I heard them a long time ago. A music-related question. If you have any, what's your favorite music band? I mean, there's just so many groups I like. I can't put it down to one freaking band. I'm very eclectic as it relates to my music selection. You know what I mean? Worst case scenario, Clinton wins. What are your plans? I'm gone. All right? I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I'm getting the hell out of here if Clinton wins. I'm not trying to scare people. All right? But if Clinton wins, I'm getting the hell out of here and not broadcasting. I don't know where the hell I'm going, because I can guarantee you right now I'm on probably the target list of this Skankosaurus as it relates to her purge whenever she decides to come to power. So I'm out of here, all right? I am out. I'm sorry if that disappoints folks, but seriously, I'm not joking around. Anyway, what's your favorite cut of steak? I don't know, man. It's a cross between a porterhouse or a New York strip, but, you know, that's kind of an oxymoron because the New York strip comes off of the porterhouse. But I don't know. It just depends on how it's cooked. I like meat that is beef that's cooked on wood, you know, like it's, you know, oak, mesquite, applewood, that sort of thing. And I've been in some restaurants that can cook a hell of a goddamn New York strip on some wood, and beautiful. I'm telling you that right now. Anyway, do you recommend oil ETFs? Yeah, unfortunately, I have no idea at this point in time. I believe that oil is still due for a bounce back, and the only reason that you haven't seen it is because you've had this ridiculous influx of investors in the equities market, which all they're doing is pumping and dumping so that everybody believes that the economy's great so they can continue to double down and try to get a profit. And once this crash happens, and even Trump has said this, that you ain't seen nothing yet. Just wait and see, is what Trump said here in a recent speech as it related to the economy and the crash that is happening, for Christ's sake. Is $279 a good price for Johnny Walker Blue Label? That's a fairly decent price. All right, it also depends on what state you're in, because states tax their alcohol at a different rate, so that could be tacking on a good, you know, portion to the price. But if you can't drink rich, man, I mean, like I said, I have a very good cheap scotch that is mixed with a very, very expensive scotch, the blended scotch called Monkey Shoulder, which is unbelievable. And for you folks that are unaware what Monkey Shoulder is, it is the injury in which the brewers and the brewmasters of the scotch get when they're stirring all the mixtures of the elements that are Scotch, and they're stirring it, and they get this injury to their shoulder, which they have coined the term monkey shoulder, and that's what the Scotch is named after, for Christ's sake. Did Courtney Love kill Kurt Cobain? I don't know, man. I mean, I'm glad you asked that question. Now, and look, this is my opinion. I'm not, accusing Courtney Love of doing this, but I believe that she possibly did. And not only did she do it, she actually thought that she did it to put Kurt Cobain out of his misery. All right, I'm serious. I'm not joking. I mean, I think she justifies it by stating that Kurt Cobain, in her mind, of course, she's never stated this, in her mind she's thinking, look, I mean, he's such a suicidal, depleted, heroin addict. He's always talking about suicide in his songs. Why don't I just help him put him out of his misery? All right, now, the reason I say this is because there's a song, and I think that you should hear the acoustic version of this song called Malibu that Courtney Love actually wrote. And I believe it's one of the few songs that she actually wrote, because she never writes her music. As a matter of fact, when she was with the band Hole, that's what her freaking band name, Courtney Love's band Hole, Kurt Cobain wrote most of that music. And that's why, she was even relevant in the grunge scene at the time, because Kurt Cobain was the one writing her goddamn music. But anyway, if you listen to the song Malibu, she basically describes how, or not really how, but why she killed this Kurt Cobain, in my opinion. In my opinion. All right? I mean, listen to that song, I mean, I'm not joking. All right? I mean, just listen to the words. That's all I'm saying. Anyway, I'm not trying to, get into any of these conspiracy theories here, but somebody asked me the question, and, hey, I got to answer it, for Christ's sake. Is college really worth it in today's world? No. No, I mean, unless you're going to go to community college and work, all right? But if not, just go to work. Go to work and be fiscally conservative. You know what I'm saying? That means that, spend money on whatever your expenses, your necessary expenses, what you need, not what you want. Always remember that. There's two ways to spend money. Do I need this or do I want this? Now, of course, if you need it, meaning like, you need toothpaste, you need soap, you need food, and of course, you need to check yourself as it relates to consuming too much of those things. Need and wants is how you need to judge spending your money, especially if you're not going to go to college and you're going to go right to work. And if you're going to go to work, go and work at something that you want. All right? I mean, if you want to be something, go to wherever that job is and try to get a job at the lowest level possible from that job that you want, and just try to work your way up. But of course, if your mother and father, or you've got scholarships, or somebody else is going to full scholarship pay for your ass to go to college, then I strongly advise you to go to college, because avoid responsibility as often as you, as long as you possibly can, for Christ's sake. All right. Anyway, folks. Would it be a good business plan to walk the neighbors' dogs for money since their kids are busy playing Pokemon? Well, I mean, I don't know if it's a business plan. Just go up to them and say, hey, I'll go walk your dogs on a weekly basis, for whatever money. And, of course, you have to be the judge of the price based upon your local market. You have to read your local market. But, yeah, you can probably make a few bucks doing that, for Christ's sake. Jesus Christ. Anyway, who else do we got going on over here? And I just got a tweet from Blog Talk. We're working quickly to return to the site to normal. Updates will be coming soon. So at least they're tweeting at me, trying to let me know. They're listening. They're probably like, look, we love you. What are you talking about? Don't leave me. I don't blame them, for Christ's sake, all right? Anyway, can you get rich from the casinos or lottery? That's wishful thinking, but no, I don't think you can. I mean, you know what rich is, folks? And let me tell you something. You people that believe that, and look, I got a lot of people who tweet at me, I just want to get rich. How do I get rich? that doesn't mean anything. You know what, folks? Ask any old person that you see in the streets if they're willing to talk to you. And they'll all say that they were rich once. They had a lot of money once. Folks, just because you got a big sum of money today doesn't mean that you are going to be rich every day thereafter tomorrow. I mean, look at the richest men in the world today. Bill Gates, Warren Buffett, Julio Slim, Mark Zuckerberg, all these idiots. These guys work 15 hours plus a day. I mean, and you see, you have to ask yourself, in your perspective of what being rich is, why in the hell are they working 15 hours a day if they're worth billions of dollars? Because, folks, there is no such thing as the big score. There is no such thing that, hey, I've got so much money, now I can just sit around and be a loaf of shit. I mean, there is no rich for that. You're always going to have to work, man. You're always going to have to work. Always. And that's what's the sad part about reality, folks. I mean, that's what I'm saying. Even the richest men in the world work 15, 20 hours a day. And why? Because they want to stay rich. There ain't no, oh, look at all this money I got, and look, I'm rich forever. If you believe that's the case, why don't you take a look at all the failed lottery winners, all right? All the lottery winner nightmares of people that won hundreds of millions of dollars and are dead broke, all right? That's what I'm saying, all right? That's what I'm saying, for Christ's sake. What was the first job I ever had? Well, believe it or not, boy, I was an entrepreneurial type spirit. I would go out and ask, the neighbors if they wanted their, lawnmowers, they wanted their lawns cut, if they, needed, some help with some work around the house, that sort of thing. And it just branched from there. I think I was about 8 years old when I was asking the neighbors to, cut the lawns throughout the street. And believe it or not, I was making a lot of money. You know what I mean? Making a lot of money. I got myself a lot of the good toys at the time. You know what I mean? Now, I don't want to get into that, but that's, you can basically say that was my first job, for Christ's sake. Anyway, who else do we got here? Oh my God! Here we got stupid, dumbass questions, for Christ's sake. Look at this. Can I capitalize off spanking, for Christ's sake? Well, it depends on, first of all, if you have a decent-looking ass, I guess, and at the same time, if you're willing to take a pretty good slap, I mean, I think that you can actually make money off of freaking doing this kind of garbage. I mean, I think that there's like a YouTube for sexual, amateur pornographic material, so have at it. But always remember, once it's out there on the video and they know it's you, it's going to be kind of hard to get a goddamn job, for Christ's sake, for Christ's sake. Is becoming a YouTuber a good job prospect? Well, it depends on the kind of content that you create. And moreover, folks, the YouTube fan bases are fickle. You know what I'm saying? I mean, they can love you and be viral to you 1 year, and then, a few years later, they forgot you even existed. So, I mean, in my personal opinion, if you do make some kind of residual income off YouTube, I wouldn't bank on it, all right? I wouldn't bank on it. All right, I mean, I would just take that as residual income and try to, focus more upon an actual business model that will sustain itself for a long period of time. Because remember, based upon YouTube, your whole income is based upon viewership. All right? And let me tell you, you're competing with the world. All right? You are competing with the world as it relates to producing content. So, that's a lot of competition, all right? That's a lot of goddamn competition. Anyway, folks, who else do we got going on here? I'm going to take a couple more questions here. If I were to try to become a delegate in Pennsylvania, do you think there's a chance of eradicating bullshit liberals? Yes, of course, but you have to make the case to other delegates And the first thing you need to do is read the current party platform of whatever party that you want to become a delegate in, and then write your own platform based upon certain elements of the original platform, but revamp it to modernize it so you can actually believe it, feel it, breathe it, bleed it, and go up to these delegates and convince them that your party platform should be what the party should be embracing, and that when the party platform becomes enacted, that every politician should oblige, and delegate as well, oblige the party platform. Because if a delegate doesn't oblige the party platform, you can basically revoke their credentials. And that's what was happening during the Republican primary when the Cruz Crew people were going from state to state, taking over the delegates, and because they had the majority of the delegates, they were taking their credentials away from other delegates that weren't obliging the new rules set by the precincts or by the districts or by the county or senatorial conventions, and they stripped them of their delegation credentials because they didn't oblige the rules. They didn't oblige the platform. That's why you, as a person that wants to make a difference in the party, you have to make sure that whatever your platform is and whatever you want the rules to be, because remember, aside from the platform, you got to write the rules. And you got to make sure that enough people appreciate those rules and platforms that they can enact it to be reality. And that's when you can control politicians. That's when you can recreate rules to take incumbents that no longer oblige the party platform and kick them out of office. And that's not a joke. I'm dead serious, for Christ's sake. Anyway, folks, let me take a couple of swigs of beer, and I'm going to take a few questions, and I'm going to get the hell out of here, for Christ's sake, because it's obvious we're not going to get to any radio graffiti. We're not going to get to anything, for Christ's sake. We're just going to sit here, play pocket pool. I mean, I'm not even being listened to by my stream, for Christ's sake, man. I mean, I get no respect from anybody, not even from my network. I mean, good God. My own network doesn't even respect me, man. Jesus Christ. Anyway, folks, let me see if I got a couple other here. If I become a delegate, could I endorse communism and help Vladimir Putin take over the world? Real funny, ass crack. Real funny. You know what I'm saying? You know, people like you need to be wiped off the planet as far as I'm concerned, all right? Jesus Christ. All right, look at this. Can I invest in butter stocks? Can I spank Templeton? Where did your grandma touch you inappropriately? Look, all right, that's it. All right, that's it. Look, I just gave you all the recipe, the nuts and bolts of taking over the goddamn country, and you people are doing this crap. All right? Screw you. Screw you. Screw you. Screw you, stupid, silly bastards. Jesus Christ, man. It makes me sick. It makes me goddamn sick, for Christ's sake, man. I give you hours of my life, and you people could care less. Oh, my God, for Christ's sake. Look, I'm getting the hell... Give me the mic. Give me the goddamn mic. Oh, Jesus Christ. You know what? I'm getting the hell out of here, for Christ's sake. Here I am. I'm giving you the recipe to take control of the parties. I'm giving you the recipe to take control of the world out here, and you people could care less, for Christ's sake, all right? You people could care less. Now, look, here's a question. Hey, can you follow me on Twitter, Ghost? No! No, what makes you think that I want to follow you? What makes you think that I want to see what you have to say, what you have to post, for Christ's sake? You want me to follow you? Hey, $5, asshole, all right? $5, all right? There you go, huh? And if I have to see what you got to say, $5, you son of a bitch. Jesus Christ, give me my drink. Jesus Christ. I'm not joking. I'm not following anybody for free, for Christ's sake. You think I want to see what you got to say? Jesus Christ, man. Anyway, look, I'm getting the hell out of here, folks. Look, I gave you the 411 on how to take over this goddamn government, for Christ's sake. And it doesn't seem like anybody gives a goddamn. You understand what I'm saying? It doesn't seem like anybody gives two goddamn rats' asses, for Christ's sake, all right? So I'm getting the hell out of here. I'm so sick of this garbage. I'm sick of this crap. I'm not joking. I'm sick of this crap. I'm sick of this crap. Son of a bitch. Oh, look, and look at this. I've got sick-ass Twitter names saying, hey, I'll follow me. I'll give you $5. Look at these sick-ass Twitter names, for Christ's sake. Look at them. Look at them, blood farts for France. I mean, good God. I mean, why did I even say that? Why did I even say that, for Christ's sake, man? Why did I do it? Damn it! Damn it! God damn it, man! Oh, Jesus Christ, man! Oh my God! I'm shooting pearls to you people! I'm shooting pearls! Good God. Oh, my God. Give me the mic. Look at these people. Look at them. Look at all these sick-ass names. They're like, yeah, I'll pay you $5. I'll force you to follow me. I mean, good God. Oh, my God. Look, what did I start here? What the hell did I start here? I was just joking. I was just joking, for Christ's sake, man. Jesus Christ, man. No, look, hey, all you idiots that are tweeting at me saying, hey, I'll pay $5, I'll pay. Hey, look, I'm just joking. I'm just joking. Oh, my God. I can't. Are you serious?